messy for them.
Okay, we've got Heretics on defense, FUT on attack.
You'd expect FUT to really have a little fight in them. They just had to bow down.
Which I do wonder if that does cost them coming in here with a little bit of that confidence left aside. Crossley going to try and set this one up.
Whoa. Wait, one of the weirdest duels ever. Were they both Omen flashed? That was nuts.
Getting all three as Rien's
Good luck.
left so alone
Wait,
here. Benji's
why are they
on the
spreading
way, but
out?
what does that
Okay.
matter? There was no way there wasn't a trade coming in there.
Ili Hours, thank you so much for the prime. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Fast and furious here for FUT. It's just Benji left. A couple of tagged up players, but it is a 1v5 nonetheless.
Okay, that's one.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Easy,
Dude, it actually had
Tiger.
a lot of potential.
There we go. There's the pistol we wanted.
When he took no damage from the swings that came out.
We wanted it,
No.
but the end result is what matters.
Really awkward engagement here between Boo and first couple of players here caught by the near sights. It's way out in the open. Unfortunately, this flood back through the door nets them absolutely nothing. Sop and Yetijay to find
Also
two
blinded,
here
yeah.
with
No, they were both Omen flashed. Just trying to
Like I said,
shoot each other's
this is
traces.
to go by FUT, the fastest attacking Ascent team in EMEA. Certainly going to want to lean into that very heavily in the first half to get themselves back on track.
Get that wind back in their sails, really. They've got to be very careful on this approach, though. As you can already see, those close corners do have a great deal
buy
of
a
the
lot of
Heretics
heavy
players
into this
present.
one.
Gonna spot out
Oh.
Rien's. That's, oh my god,
Wow.
Sop.
Benji almost probably thinking he's played in a
scandal.
little bit there.
Yeah, you
but
thought he might have at least a shot. As Kosh Moras now feeling a little less supported. You're going to imagine he's on a bit of an island. He is, and very heads-up work from FUT. Yes, Rien's and Boo are still answering, but should be overwhelmed in this. Beautiful paranoia and a great shot from Boo. Keeping this competitive.
It's a shame that he ran there.
Off the mark here.
He's heard it as well. Able to set up here, find the headshot. Just Boo left, classic in hand.
And they're sitting pretty far from this. Not going to allow him much room to play. Maybe hoping for an upgrade of some variety.
Yeah, got
Not much in there.
a weird
It
choice
is
of
the bargain
guns.
bin. Whatever's left over. Oh, great. What are you going to do with this one?
Should give Overwatch another shot. The game is 100 times better. Dude, I don't have an issue with the game. I have an issue with them trying to make it an esports.
Losing to
It's a good game, bro. Don't get me wrong. It's a fun game.
less so. So I think Boo's
They
accepted
just made all
fate here.
the. They just had morons.
And yeah, that will be how
They've
it
got
closes
morons
down. But
that run the
good
Overwatch League.
little try.
That's it.
But for FUT, second round.
Obviously keeping some of this weaponry in hand to carry forwards.
Every single error that was made the last 15 years in esports, Overwatch League looked at every single error made and went, yeah, we'll do all of these actually.
Try and prevent FUT from converting an awkward
No,
buy.
they're just stubborn, dumb people.
It's two Bulldogs, a scope here for Sop, but actually, yeah, 3 light shields on the other side, so...
Like what? Like third person observing, matches ending in draws.
And Heretics unable to really determine
Same
the outcome in
agent.
the initial couple of rounds. We saw that pistol round just kind of...
Every game mode can be in esports because it's fun.
Going for one of the orbs, but you see Kosh Moras looking to guard outside A main. Maybe a later pivot in towards the B main orb. He's at halfway right now. I mean, a couple of kills would obviously solve that equation. Does have a Bulldog to do so. Initially here, it's probably going to be the turning point.
You're actually making 10-year-old critiques instead of what the esport is actually like. Made the Overwatch League failed because they did all the mistakes that I'm saying. They had loads of morons there that made the same mistakes, and everyone told them it was going to fail. And they ignored all of them. What do you want from me?
Steady. It's cautious, it's careful. And actually, Sop's got a bit of room to play.
Like, sure, it's good now, but it's because is it not third party now?
Benji trying to find a corner to play from Rienz, then played in. Beautiful cubby for Benji, and the crossfires hold for Heretics. Able to withstand this sort of pace coming in. Boo
Big
very
shutdown.
deep angle, going to force HERETICS
Damage is big.
to be noted on the cross, and it's job done. HERETICS with 4, and a different look from FUT there.
Yeah, FUT don't really push in and commit to an engagement here. It's a slow creep up through mid. Obviously reveal their position here, but there's no real pop.
Saudi has a nice hold. It's good cage.
Benji and Rian's just able to pick them apart. Curious to see that sort of approach to convert.
I mean, it set the whole of esports back.
Maybe not put one of these
It made
rifles
loads
into
of people
positions
that put
really
loads of money and not want to even look at it
shine
again.
here, but
It was an awful,
reset
awful
in
thing
terms
for
of the
esports.
purchase. Rifles back to hand for FUT now.
I'll be in for the shock of their lives when the gear shift comes in this time around. But is it going to be pacey? Yes, at least for the
But
opening
it's a good pop
attempt.
game. I'll give you that.
We're trying to be played in. Boo burned off the angle.
Is Cypher looking viable again? Mate, Cypher's got a good win rate
Looks like
right
he
now.
is committed
Cypher looks
to his
good.
position, at least for now.
So that's why it's a little scary
Bold
that
to
they're
be
going to
sticking
be
around in
buffing some of
this.
these antis.
Soft to retrieve the orb here. Like I said,
Uh,
Zeus
Polvi, hello, mate.
missing 2. It would be crucial to
Good to
have
see you, bro.
this round 4. That's usually the benchmark for a Phoenix. It's another cautious approach here. The player position towards mid. We'll have to deal with the reveal. So Koshmaras will be on guard here and actually takes the opportunity.
Okay, yeah, good
Way
timing on
ahead
this.
of timing.
It's just so uncharacteristic for FUT. They've won out in CT,
Good luck
sure,
back
but
as
they haven't
Saint.
cleared sight yet.
Wait, Kosh is.
Spike's actually down
Kosh
in
is
CT.
dueling.
Zeus chasing down Koshmaras. Turns
Wait,
the flash,
turn
gets
this.
put to bed.
Dude,
What's
Zeus's
going on
flashes
here?
are
This
just
feels really
criminal.
weird. I want to see a timeout
really
ASAP.
messy.
This doesn't look like the FUT we know.
Certainly not the approach to the first
30 seconds
few
left.
invested rounds here for FUT at all. Woot reading the situation perfectly here. HERETICS just going to try and post up and tuck in. It would not surprise me to see a timeout here.
Do we know when these
Round
buffs are
5.
coming?
Of course this change in
2 weeks
approach.
before
This
stage
does
2
feel
starts,
different, right? Like, I
apparently.
10
Battered
seconds
on the
left.
previous map. The pistol round
So
certainly
beginning
usually
of-
want to set
well,
the
at the
tone
end of
here,
June
but
then.
it's a stark contrast now
just-
once weapons are to hand that FUT really mincing their words a little bit.
That's the weird part, isn't it? Because they're normally so confident in the way they approach it. They've got that ethos very locked in. But in these couple of rounds, like the start, I thought was going to be
See how
pretty
easy this flash
direct,
was to
maybe
turn.
clear towards wine,
Did we get
fly
it?
out route if you can, and they cancelled
Nah,
on
we
that.
didn't get it.
Fair enough. But then it just felt individual. The spacing was off. They didn't fight as 5, and we're not seeing a timeout.
Maybe before the buy round to follow this.
Yeah, fair enough.
Still a rifle here for HERETICS. Already shown us some miracles, plural, this evening.
Yes. Lightning striking twice, I heard, is the phrase. Well, see if they can figure it out themselves, or if the coaching staff does need to get involved here. I imagine there'll be a timeout either way, you can't take, 'cause this just doesn't seem correct.
Good damage.
It's actually
Did he hit the only guy with
HERETICS
heavy
take the
armor?
tag here down to 10 HP. There's the one with a rifle. There are a couple of shields to play off
I mean,
here.
you should probably throw the rifle over.
And Sheriff's elsewhere. Paranoid to slow things down. Koshmaras 6.
No way.
what?
Wait, and his teammate
Sticks
bailed him
around
out.
here. 4 HP. As Boo and Rian's to find kills.
God, FUT look like
Looks like
pushovers
they
at the
heard
moment,
it.
the way they're being kind of pushed
Rienz
around
is
the
looking
map.
like he heard it.
Koshmaras just ego challenge
he is.
everything.
Rian's here, ready to catch Sociable. Not sure if anybody noted the TP, but he's very diligent on the clearance here. Sociable will fall. Cross-delete and HERETICS now. Left to try and recover.
It's looking good for HERETICS' money.
You've got to believe that there's probably a discussion already going on ahead of this round
Yeah.
concluding in regards to some sort of adjustment early on, because HERETICS,
30 seconds
5 alive,
left.
this will be the one to give them a bit of a buffer in terms of the finances. And Costly here, just throw your life in, probably give away for him to find a Hunter's Fury.
This does feel conversational, doesn't it? Extend the time, then just run it down.
Player standing.
Get yourself seen to basically at
Nice.
that point. But 3-2, I mean, the scoreline doesn't seem that condemning. It's just how
Yeah,
we
and they got the
here.
upgrade of
I want to
the
see the timeout, and I want to see
the
tangible
Owler as well.
changes, because I've never seen a passive approach from FUT.
I'm still seeing the timer
Ticking.
yeah.
What?
A little curious, but on we go. Ultimates now
Yeah,
in
okay.
hand. Maybe initial plan here around this first ult cycle.
What is
is what
Kosh
we're gonna
playing
see
London?
the
I think he'll
turning
play
point
Neon every map.
these opening rounds for FUT.
It's
Only
gotta be
missing the
now,
TP and the
man.
neural theft.
I don't think that
Plenty of
there's
tools here.
certain situations where he jumps around corners and stuff like that, but in terms of like him jumping to like get info, this team doesn't really do it that much. It's more like Crew and Lev that do it.
Bingo bingo o da ulti atmayı izin bulamıyorum. Bekle. Bekle. Sakin. CT A git. A git. Tamam A git. A'ya dönün.
Kapıyı kapat.
Önemli bir round beyler. Dur. Aa, ne kadar yaşarsan o kadar iyi bizim için.
Heaven'a çıkacağım lan.
Şu an adam ölmezseni sevilecek. B side'da. CT'de koşuyor.
Hiç bait atmana gerek yok, çok belli olacak bana.
Tamam.
Fontana çık.
And actually, this one works out for them. So at the
So
end
setup
of the day,
dude kind of joined in as the round was on.
suited FUT surprisingly,
You
but
show
it
that
does
Odin
seem a
spam you're
little
talking
bit
about earlier.
Still
This
felt
one.
a little weird here in
Yeah.
terms
This
of what
is
the
really
initial
strong, man.
setup
When you
is
play
and where
against
the
a
engagement actually occurs.
And if
like
anything, it was
a-
that push B main that kind of
A
surprised me
duelist
from
that doesn't have
Heretics.
dive,
You had aggression
like
on
the
one side,
solo
that
Phoenix
one
that we
doing
saw,
both.
like
You already
Odin on
had
short
Gosh
is just so
pushing up,
strong.
getting deep, maybe a little too far, but fine.
Crazy
doing it on
underrated.
both extremities.
I mean,
It's also
maybe
good as well
Heretics
for,
leading
like,
into how
the
these
tighter
first few
angle.
rounds have panned out, that they might find
Like,
a
these
solo
two are
yes
just
Jay over this side
locked
of the
down
map,
short
or
with it.
potentially the likes of Sociable. FUT here able to find number 3. Still with some of these key ultimates in hand. On the other side though, Woot now with an operator. Posted up and unorthodox
Nice
position.
default from FUT.
Does have Boo in
Get
support.
past the one way, the insert one here.
Again, it's
have
very,
B main
very
control.
slow start here for FUT. Very shallow drone. Not going to tell them too much. But not really much in terms of info to
Yeah, I
really
mean
make a
they got
decision
everything
upon.
really.
No. Minute starting to
Only
hit on the
deep mid.
scoreboard,
Fastest attacking team, by the way.
and we're here, and they haven't even dug that deep towards the sights.
I mean, they
So leaving
got
Social
quite a
close
lot with
towards mid.
their attack.
Long
This is nice.
rotate
Question
round
mark
back
gets
towards
cleared
A.
over towards
You're walking
B.
into an op
At the
late.
1
Hopefully
minute
you've
to
got some
50-second
useful
mark.
pressure in, but cross the leads
Over
out.
towards middle, they see
what do you
nothing.
have to-
Can
I
start
mean, you
leaning
have
more over
Zeus's
towards
ult
A
to
with this.
basically bait off one of these early angles, but
Yeah, there goes the neon.
I
it's
guess
a little
then
late to the party.
38 seconds. Woot's going to pop the dash, make sure he's ready. Can he survive through the initial onslaught? That's the question. Location revealed.
he got
Gets himself
wrecked.
towards hell. Zeus has seen it. Sends him away for the first try.
It's really
and then
nice,
handled
man.
on the second, but Koshmaras is here. Takes a lot of damage, but still alive and breathing. But the site is theirs. Plant up next. They've got safety. Yeah, the J trying to find the timing right to back off.
Koshmaras down to 14 HP, so
Not rotating on this.
hindered a
They
little
were a
bit in
little
terms of the
slow.
retake.
Kosh was a
Still.
little slow.
level head count here. Social actually catches a bit of a spam. It's just chip damage though.
Yeah, it's starting to add up a bit.
great
though.
Omen
There's
flash
the
actually hit
flash.
3, right?
That's- oh,
Two.
Stop from up top. Doing incredibly well this round. He's on for the ace. Stunting it down. Can't get it. Boo can at least keep control of that side of things. But when have we ever seen FUT hitting on like 30 seconds? It's worked out this time, but
It doesn't install confidence
no,
though.
it doesn't. And I'm not saying they have to just run at sites as 5. You know, we're not
No, but it's
talking in
what's worked for
streams.
them.
But yeah, it's like, where's that kind of
Yinsu said
burst?
you
Where's
forced the
that early
team
work?
to play no smokes on
They
this map
technically
and then
walked into
still
an A
burst as
site
Molly. Is this
with
true?
no idea of the operator.
I
Yes,
forced
they
them
could
to play
use
no
the
smokes on
run
binds.
it back, I
Was it
guess,
Ascent
to
as well? It might have
figure
been.
it out,
We played no
but
smokes on every map because
if
our
anything, it was
comms was
just
so
good
bad
training from SOP to make sure it
that
stayed in check.
I
This
needed
was
to
Sarah
address
SOP has
it.
gone,
And it turns out you have to
I mean,
speak if you've got no
above
smokes.
expectation, right?
And then stealing boast as Molly,
Man, this-
he was the first to do it on
Maybe this is the
Viper.
new thing.
I was doing
I'd
it
be
on
very surprised.
Sage
I can't.
to begin with.
Maybe this
So
is just
it's however
kind of
you wanna
getting
look at
ults
that.
in hand. This first ult cycle being the comfort factor for them, but
The same
certainly
lineup.
not seeing the same approach in terms of
He was
these
the first to
opening
do it on
engagements at
Viper,
all.
but
Boo here,
it is the same
got
lineup.
paranoia to potentially play in Woot.
They still,
Harass though from Wine.
Okay, handled that time by SOP. Woot comes
Dude,
back
how
out.
did he
They're
not
willing
get
to file
traded
these
there, though?
extremities. Boo even
Like,
late to
it
the
took so
party, but
long.
gets involved.
Big 2v2.
2v2.
Drone and
I
Recon.
think this is even catching off Heretics to an extent because it's just the tempo feels very, very consistent to what we know. And maybe that's part of it, right? This could be an element.
Why did you choose the no smokes
Oh,
comp?
here.
Bro, my team wasn't coming.
But to get hold
We
of
had the
body,
worst comms you could imagine.
be easier said than done.
Spike planted.
So it was a Mickey Mouse tournament.
Stay on an angle and Benji just removes him
I played no
immediately.
smokes. Because this way, at least we lose and we improve our comms.
Should spot him there. Sociable trying to get ahead of it, but if they time the swing right, there's very little they can really do about this. Trying to stay mobile, trying to keep him guessing. Sociable trying to buy time, and I think he's running out of it. One to the right, one to the left, and Benji
Has a nice try on this one.
puts him to bed.
They got so many ults here as well.
Gonna keep all even.
Tie things up 4 apiece. And look at this ult cycle now, very healthy for the side of Heretics, and unfortunately FUT trailing behind in that regard ever so slightly. Yeah, and a little more traditional in terms
The more I hear about your
how we
coaching
expect
stint, the more I think
FUT
you
to
weren't a good
approach some of
coach.
these
Yeah, maybe. Who
openers,
knows?
but it's an all-out brawl.
You never
in their
know.
main, and yeah, you said Boo's a
You
lot later
never
to the party,
know.
but probably finds the kill that Heretics need after that level
Yeah,
of commitment to it.
Add this one to rage bait, yeah.
Certainly a winnable position.
Good one.
Benji and Rienz.
Ooh, he delayed the camera. That's cool.
Initially here, regroup a lot faster towards mid on the side of FUT.
They haven't cleared B main, so if they do want to go towards B, Woot's
Well, I
an
mean,
issue.
with these opening rounds, there are still just so many questions, unanswered questions on
Yeah.
the side of FUT in terms of some of these setups, figuring out what's happening based on Benji's utility. Really been learnings they've been able to garner.
Dude, what the hell is this one gonna be?
Risking
It's like a
bit
mini
close
game
here.
mode.
Hello! The smoke
3v3 in a smoke.
Rienz comes out swinging. How many 4Ks? How many aces?
Dude, that's one of the weirdest rounds ever.
Yeah, J last. And the outro
It's a 4v4 and
set
you're
into
just waiting for
motion.
smoke to go.
The map starts to feel a little small for Yes J.
Certainly a chance here to catch somebody off guard, but
Both these
smoke
teams
goes
qualified
up,
to London,
certainly
yeah.
an indicator of knowledge on the side of Heretics. Does he wait this out? I mean, time left on the clock.
30 seconds left.
This setup though, I don't think you win. I've been wrong in the past, but this time
Yeah,
I don't think I am. Yeah, enough seen there. Yeah, the J
Very,
gonna
very
get
nice.
caught. It was 4 for Rienz. Koshras is going to shut
Yeah,
down
and they
the
still got all their
occasion.
ults if they want them.
But Heretics having to, I guess, temper their own expectations throughout this and being able to adjust on the fly. When you're facing FUT on the attack, you kind of expect a certain thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'd actually almost disagree with that. Heretics are actually able to slip into some of these more, okay, well, there isn't an opening
Spike
fight here,
down.
guys. Let's just
One.
Chill.
walk back out, mark it, right? Let's contact this smoke, and it suits them perfectly.
Did it? It was that Rienz getting 3.
Yeah, but they're ahead of the time where
I guess they're
actually
expecting it.
No, not even that. Ahead of the time where FUT have actually got
Take
the
pause
util to
analysis
burst onto a
tank.
site. They're in a position here where there's 3 players stacked towards B. They can tuck in, rely on crossfires,
Yep.
force out FUT to make a scramble decision towards site.
How would you
invest some
buff
of this
Veto?
util, but
I don't think you need to
they're-
touch
they're
Veto
actually
that
way
much,
ahead
to
of
be
the curve
honest.
in that regard,
When you
because
put more
FUT, what?
Uto in the game,
Their
Veto
shift
becomes
walk
better.
into B main, there's a cage down, there's a drone from outside mid. It's like, cool, that's cleared. Let's
Yeah.
walk forwards here, contact this.
Yeah, fair
yes,
play.
barring if there weren't 3 players towards the B site, maybe Rienz alongside Woot and Koshmaras can't walk into this smoke.
Yeah.
Then it's a different sort of situation, but I think they're enabling Heretics to make these very confident decisions based on the previous map score and certainly the tempo of that previous map, where FUT aren't really creating a lot of threat early on.
Which, that
Which
sentence
is
in
something you would-
itself
yeah, you
just
wouldn't-
doesn't feel right to even
exactly.
say. Yeah, fair play, I think, from that perspective, a fair assessment.
Force them
I
down
think
to
for me,
another
I look
eco.
at Heretics as kind of maybe playing the fundamentals, but then I guess since Kosh Moras has joined, he's been running through deep on A every
Changed
now
it
and then.
all?
Like, this guy's also
Nah,
kind of an
I think it's
indicator
a- dude,
that there is that element.
And it
It's
comes
an
back to that
interesting
same
agent,
thing,
man.
these
It's
early
an
rounds,
okay
FUT
spot.
aren't really learning the things they need to be able to make these snappy decisions.
No, they're having to go so
Whether
deep
it
before
be
they can
scrambled
execute.
or coordinated, that's the other side of the discussion, right? But
Well, suddenly
Hiko
we're
strat?
back to usual programming, but
Gonna
it's
say,
a
surely
mile
we
ahead
can't
of
pop
Woot,
the ult
looking
in
to
this
try and
one.
find a
Dude, we popped the ult. We go
individual
for a...
fight. It's
Okay, it's that way around.
shutdown. Heretics
Dude, I was gonna say, man.
have been given
Popping the
an
attack over ult here would
opportunity
have been
here
criminal.
to put FUT back in the box, and the scoreline stayed close. I don't want to misinterpret that or maybe misrepresent it.
But this is Heretics in control.
Yes,
for
and
sure.
FUT on the attack on their map choice, on a map that traditionally has suited them exceptionally well. You can see it in their DNA, how they're built. You look at this map to be almost a flagship in my mind. Here, maybe we wouldn't expect it this round. The way Heretics have handled it, it's a tick in the box for me.
What do you think the bandit buff will
20
be?
HP here left for
I don't know,
Yes
man. I
Shay,
hope
will
they
be
don't change it
spotted
too
out.
much.
Tagged up. Benji, catch the sound cue.
I don't think it needs changing.
Keep him in check for the time being. Takes a little bit of damage, and Kosh Moras.
So only one
clean
ult
up,
used
and
on this as well.
Flawless here for number 6. Again, we haven't seen the value here from Zeus in this first half in terms of cycling through those ults, and the numbers.
Maybe more
surely
ammo.
not reflecting that either.
They could give it more ammo.
3-9 for Zeus.
That's still nice.
Still putting some numbers up.
Dude, what is that one?
Netting FUT rounds when they need them. Only thing missing here for Heretics in terms of this ult cycle being the Hunter's Fury, so very comfortable for the final 2 rounds here. That's fine. Stop here.
God. Gee,
Wow.
what is this game?
They're just out here dry
Getting
swinging.
back into the normality I expect. As Heretics,
I mean, it
eyeing
was
up that
nice from
7th.
Heretics. They were on top
Zeus
of this as
needed
well.
here. One away from the ult. Could be achievable. Could be a key piece. Crossley got ult, so does Sociable. Still a lot of utility. But they're walking back through the map with very few footholds here. A very passive hold as well from Wu on that A side. Kind of giving up the A side.
Yeah, now a 3v5 versus a very light in terms of util early round. This is a
I mean, if
brutal
Zeus gets a plant
situation
here,
to try and
he could go
overcome.
for ult.
Unorthodox angle for him, but certainly a chance to catch somebody in transition.
And again, when you put into account Benji's utility and nothing heard in middle, you kind of get the picture of where they are. The cross
I mean,
gets
Boo's just
punished.
popped him for a
tapping away.
smoke.
Boo, just playing to the timing and the sound of the smokes going
I mean,
up.
FUT should have a great
Don't
round
wanna
next
get shot.
round, like set strat.
And
They
then
could literally just do
expectation
their
on the
eco
Russians.
strat that they just did with a
Sociable
Phoenix
there.
ult,
Yeah, it
and then
wasn't
pop the
far.
Sova ult.
He's dodging bullets he can't see. Sociable just trying to get some pressure on Heaven, but
I mean,
it's gonna
Kosh
put
is just
Crossley
gonna
in
own
a
for me main
real-
here.
Oh, I mean, impossible scenario. Kosh Moras is moving
Dude, they're
around
so in
this
control
map
right now.
for the entirety of FUT.
Another
I imagine FUT is going to set strat this and stick together.
Number 7.
They keep giving them picks.
FUT left trailing here in the first half of Ascent. We'll have some ults to invest here in the final round, but the buy's not going to be perfect, that's for sure. Heretics completely unfazed here.
Yeah.
Guys, you see how easy it is to play 5v2? We learned, you know?
We just eject back
The
in
river's
from
flowing,
Maven.
Brandon. Oh yeah, the river flows in you. Huh? The river flows in you.
What's that?
It's like a piano piece from a...
True synergy
Dude,
on display here.
that's how easy it is for them right now.
Energy really high as well.
That's what they're talking about.
It's a great piece of music though, so he's not wrong in that regard. For now, Kosh Moras just feels like he's on cloud 9. Sociable just shoved away. Boo with the double. FUT, where are you in this game? I
Yeah,
have
they
never
disappeared.
seen you go out and bow
They've been
down
completely
to this
shut
sort of
down.
tempo or pressure. But they've not made it through the starting blocks.
Again, just a round concluded effectively off first wave. Kenyatta J and Crossley left to try and recover something once more.
Camera taken out.
Benji still tucked into the B site. Unnoted as of yet, but surely going to be considered here. It's only going to be the neural theft that's going to have
Winnable,
any
this
sort
one?
of impact here,
Yeah.
if at all.
Benji would have to mess up a little bit.
Jay still missing one.
Wow, my cage triggered.
TP to come through here, but a little bit of a fake here on the info. Boo actually stacked over towards spawn.
Tis a ruse. Crossley. So the Dart CT. And there's just so many numbers. Crossley
very
about
nice.
an attempt for the score.
It's a great
It's
recovery,
all
man.
Heretics, Lauren.
And it doesn't look difficult.
Yeah, that looked, it looked so comfy this whole half.
Coasting through this first half.
Yeah, this has been comfy stuff, which was not an expectation here on Ascent. However, last half time we had a check-in with the Spanish casters. Time to give the Turkish casters a chance to say their piece too.
One enemy remaining.
Hello guys, thank you so much for taking the time to join me, HERETICS. Welcome to the English broadcast. I had a check-in with our colleagues over in the Spanish booth and they were like, yeah, we're gonna win, we're gonna go to the final. So I'll start with you. What do you make of that?
I think they are dreaming. I mean, I know Ulysses personally, so he's definitely dreaming, but it's not still over yet, so it's 8-4, and we still have the advantage on the defense side on Ascent, so it's going to be a really good comeback for us.
Do you think it's going to be a 3-1? Do you think...
I think it's going to be 3-2. I want to see the 5th game, like overtime. It's a classic between FUT and HERETICS, so I want it.
All right, how about yourself?
I was watching Uri saying that they should have won the first map easily, but
after 10-4,
it was 10-4. It was he was crazy. I believe it's gonna be a better second half on Ascent. It was rough ending at the half, but we'll be fine. And I'm expecting a 5-map series, and I hope we're gonna win.
You hope we're gonna win, or like you know we're gonna win? Which one is it?
I know we're gonna win.
All right, that's the energy. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna be heading
Wobbles,
back over
thanks
to
so much for the
our
prime, man. I
casting
appreciate
friends.
that. Thank you for doing that.
They sound more confident than FUT look.
Yeah, I'd probably echo that, to be honest.
Okay, but do you believe in the comeback? Is there a world where you can see it? Double Duel is now defending side.
Hi Sliggy, did you believe in the no smoke strategy in Ascent during 21 to 22? Dude, it was in 2020. I had already won 11 Mickey Mouse tournaments. I didn't need the 12th. Our comms were bad. Relax yourself.
That level come out, and that approach overall, not necessarily the overall result. I mean, that is.
It was like a $5 grand tournament. Who cares?
The second half of Ascent. As well,
Split between like 10 of us.
Pistol round 2, then only 6 and 7 to follow that.
Shadows traveling.
But it was all Heretics, and it was the nature in which FUT were losing the rounds.
Then they got minions. Yeah, she really is.
Total cruise control from them.
Oh, Kosh Moras, never one to back down from a fight, is he? Straight in. I mean, his confidence is something else, but it's Crosterly doing the damage so far. Good one, Boo!
Well,
What's Boo been doing this?
there goes the map.
Who's on his PC? Who's on his PC, man? You're here to IGL. You calm down. Yeah, the J. 1v3.
Planted.
Kosh Moras is chomping at the bit. This guy. I hope he can keep this level up at an international. I really do.
Isn't it a really exciting prospect?
That to me is like the thing as well. Can it translate? Because he's just so in it.
Yeah, some of these maps are looking pretty convincing.
For the Heretics side.
And this is the byproduct, really, if you straight away facing off against double digits.
One enemy remaining.
You're effectively, the one buy round becomes even more crucial, and Heretics already converting a bonus this evening. Saw how they're able to develop a very early snowball. I'm definitely worried.
Got the one bandit.
For the rest of the series,
clean on the side of Heretics here. It could be an absolute death sentence here on Ascent. I mean, to be honest, looking at the veto, you hear Ascent, it's FUT, and then you go to Breeze and you think, God, if they had a convincing performance on Ascent, ride that wave into Breeze. Now we're looking at the total opposite.
Are FUT guaranteed for London? Yeah.
It's like, well, okay,
All these teams are qualified. Wait, this is really good timing on this push.
Yeah. God, I can't wait for it now. NG, not going to get all the info here. It's a bit of a weird one, because we've got a 3-play stack on door. How far does Benji get before he's going to
get weird. He's going to call them back and then...
The form of Zeus, but they do only have pistols, so even if in the right place, incredibly hard to make it the right time.
Okay, well,
he gets curious.
Doesn't get weird anymore.
Get involved. And with Benji's success,
Fury or NRG? I don't believe in NRG at the moment.
You can see him just on the mini
I would say Fury.
On every angle. It's like, guys, there is nobody here.
I think NRG would have to step up quite a lot. How they've been playing. Dude, I'm telling you, the bandit is incredible. Look at it go.
They want to take the quicker way, and they get caught on that. Fortunately, the shock dart doesn't quite find its purchase.
Dude, this is a spike still.
Blue left almost lurking this. They've got the security of the smoke. Benji now needs to really make sure no one can slip the net. Speaking of course, FUT walking smokes.
10 seconds left here, but should be able to cycle the spike across.
Whoa.
Boot tagged up, but finally gets the spike down.
One enemy remaining.
I was going to say, Benji couldn't really get involved in that. It's only a ghost, so you didn't want to see him swinging onto CT to try and offset that. The clean-up here is a 3K for Benji to find number 10.
Oh, this just looks like business, doesn't it? It doesn't even look like they're breaking a sweat at this point.
Even here,
which NA team are you rooting for? I don't really mind, man.
So probably Koshmar is
Who
going to
do I want to win out of the NA teams?
Actually, kind of bolsters this.
Don't know, man. I don't mind.
Really going to be.
It would be cool to see Crew there, I think. I like the Sadak less.
You look what's behind
redemption.
This now. It's comfortable to potentially springboard off it. Now if they just make this scrappy, right, force FUT into an uncomfortable position economically.
And have we seen the
Kiko for more UK?
Yeah. We saw one in the first half. Yeah, not much of a change, but certainly didn't have much of an impact.
Okay,
big shutdown on A, but they're already there. Benji can take a lot of space there.
Gonna posture up with Zeus. Clearing at least towards the kind of wall, but
no coverage towards mid here.
No, and already Benji's found that little bit of a gap.
I don't know if they're going to really be able to find an indicator that everything ahead of Benji is open right now. I mean, Yetijay just looked towards spawn, so the awareness is there for sure, but I mean, at the minute mark, you don't want to see somebody tucked onto stairs on B checking spawn.
It's this double stack towards Wine that could still have impact. I say Wine is more main, but does Aldrone force him away? Almost going to have the dart back at this point. That's going to at least see Sop. Paranoia exchange. Going to see the flash as well. Going to note 3 players here. That is just the go signal for Koshmar.
That's just so dumb.
Do they pivot? No, they want to continue on this way.
Keep an eye on the luck in middle. Did they hear him? Dude, they're spamming him.
I think Benji just got some contact as well. He's down at 28, so
yeah,
they
wrecked
him as well. This is decent for
20
FUT.
seconds.
They are holding on to this, but Boo.
Dude, Boo has annihilated both of them on site.
Benji being a nuisance on the cross.
Benji here's the second running.
On the second as well. Just has to stay
I mean,
tucked.
He can just play super late.
Wants to be a late game piece, late round piece to this. And now starting to hear the presence on Heaven. He should start his way forward. Just the insurance policy, if anything gets a little untoward. But they still have 2 players sat comfortably on main. Woo, yeah, a little low HP. Boo, tucked down in towards Hell. Crostally knows it. But it's just how do you get past it? A dive towards site, the plant's still favorable. And there's Benji, finally makes his appearance. It was a long road, but he had to shift it. There's Crostally now, surrounded on all fronts, and it's a comfortable,
holy man, they look good.
for Heretics, 11-4.
It's convincing from them.
Should be 12 to follow as well.
Yeah, push him down to Nico. Petsis with the prime, appreciate the 22 months. Thank you. You think Heretics have a chance at London? Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, they're on they're on a Paper X run right now. The exact same thing Paper X did. Games for games.
A TP, a Hunter's Fury, Neural Theft as well.
They have so much momentum going in.
This could be lights out here.
This does feel a bit of a sucker punch, really, doesn't it? Completely out of the blue for me. I really thought this was going to be FUT's springboard back into the series. A nice moment for them to get that confidence back high after Lotus. It looks like they haven't recovered, which is concerning bigger picture. I don't think we need to talk about it just yet. These games aren't an international, but again, you've got to have resilience.
It's a best-of-5 test, and that's what it's...
Yes. And on the other side, look, how many times have we questioned Heretics' best-of-5 capability? It was one of their biggest faults. When they got to those late stages, it got to the best-of-5s, they would struggle. Here, they've seemed to hold their own, still able to come up with ideas and keep their cool here. And in 1 minute, they slowly begin their approach towards A.
Again, it's Guardians and Bulldogs here to really try and hold down the fort.
Dude, Boo saved his Omen flash the whole time here.
First engagement, so opting to stack up here for a retake.
Now it looks to be the intention.
Here, yeah.
Hard retake, they got Omen flash, recon, drone.
For Heretics, so it's going to be kind of a standardized post plant. Do they have any ult?
Rien's plays offside. They have ult, no one pushing behind as well. Is he ulting for after plant or is he going to ult for the flood?
Just need to buy time on the side.
They're doing more than that. Koshmar once again involved. Benji on the trade, and the numbers sitting good. Yet a J of formality to the outcome. A far cry from the first map here. There's 12 looking like it is fated to be carved on the board.
Nice.
12-4. And Heretics looking like it's just another day at the office.
Just so broke. Obviously opting to buy back in here. in that previous round. It's going to be a similar purchase. Soft taking a ton of damage from health. Heretics, the cleanup is just beautiful.
No!
The TP and neural theft is still no ultimate available from these opening 4 rounds. Similar trend to what we saw on the attack. Didn't build towards some of these key ultimates early on. Really struggled in terms of the impactful.
Honestly, could have been a 3 now if FUT didn't win the fast pistol. Or like the double pistol. Jesus, man. Nothing's going their way. They've got a 2-person stack here. They could definitely cancel. Probably should cancel. Just go for it anyway. When you know you're 12-8 up.
But Sociable trying to bang down the hatches on the B site. He's got help here. He's not alone. It's Crossley by his side, but 3 players against the 4. Henriens is flying in. Crossley with it all to do.
Oh, he did so good. Guy did so good. Boo could definitely hold this. Do you want to confirm he's hit fast? Maybe a little tap and then do it?
Set up over on the A site. So it'll be an information factor to consider.
Does he go for the fake TP? Does he? He's got so many options here.
Cover going
I want to explore the idea of it. He's gone for the smoke, looking like he wants to commit towards this side of the map. 38 seconds. And yet Jay getting closer. Does he disrespect the smoke? Should be an expectation against this team. It is, but he still
21
wins.
HP.
Yeah, Jay going to extend
Close.
play.
Down to 21. Boo been sharp here on Ascent, but unable to close this one out. FUT will be given number 5. Not necessarily any sort of security in terms of the buy, though, because it was 2 rounds back-to-back. They're buying down to 50 credits here and there. Least the benefit being TP, Hunter's Fury, just missing 1 point for the other 3. But we're talking about very fine margins here.
Yeah, the finest of
I mean,
margin.
they get their ult cycle. They could.
Shield. So
they could get it a little closer.
Is, get what you
I'm not saying they're going to win this, but
no room for mistake. Koshmaras right off the rip here. Eat that paranoia.
Double kill trip.
Scaling up. But Yedajay put in the corner, comes out, gets it. Koshmaras goes down, sees some more. Boo! Still going to find Sociable. Takes out his opposing number. Zeus on the swing from heaven. It's only Boo doing damage back right now. Boo on 3.
nicely done. This is good, man.
6 for FUT.
Yeah, the kill trips still get a good amount of value.
Heretics' early success. This will be the one to first, at least the first round, to keep it in check ever so slightly.
I've just noticed Zeus is still on 3 kills.
Yeah.
He's just not been present in this, has he?
I mean, it's a statement to say you just can't remember many Phoenix.
Yeah, they got they got to take him off Phoenix, man.
We had the operator in the first half. It's usually such a huge talking point.
I really don't like his Phoenix.
But again, when you're gathering the majority of those orbs in deaths, it's not how you want to see this pan out at all.
And it's a pacey approach through Cat. Flash on the smoke.
Like, dude.
Back to business. Stops right there.
Even that flash, man. Like, come on, bro. You got the best flash in the game. It's really hard to avoid, and you're just out here
Can they find the next
making it just look like
still commanding a
you give him just like a heads up that you're flashing.
Well, that will reveal that it is
He should be
solo.
popping
TP to come
insta.
across here from Sociable. But again, it's called the entire rotation of FUT. Say can't make earlier progress.
Don't do it, just get the rotate.
TP to come through here. Boost sticks it.
Okay, he commits, but I guess whereas the trade is not quickly happened, so Cross-Delete with a little bit of life left in him, still going for this.
Oh, dude, every single time though, this guy's getting multi-kills. He's doing good.
Thank God Sociable gets a gun there. Still a judge to hand. 8 seconds on a reveal here. Riens and Benji now in a position to close this out.
2 through market, Heretics getting active. Benji getting interested,
So nice from them.
This one done.
They're so nice when they make
They make
plans.
Sociable work for his dinner. 4 kills so far in this entire map. This is what we're asking of him in this round. Sociable makes an attempt. And that's all
Convincing from Heretics is very nice for them. One map away.
clean